Hello, everybody, and welcome to Compassionate Chats. I'm Tanys Coughlan with My Place Home Care, and I'm joined by Heidi Gagne, from My Place Home Care.
Sorry.
And we have a very special guest today, Heather Tessier, who I will put here
in the middle
on our screen. So welcome, Heather. Thank you for joining us today. So I'm wondering if you can tell everybody why you're here. Tell us about your journey.
Sure, absolutely. I guess my journey started when my mom was about 88. No, sorry, that's wrong. My mom was 78, and I noticed that she had some issues with the computer, telling me that her TV wasn't working, and saying that she, just some memory losses, but little small things that alerted me, but didn't. It didn't set me off. When you get older, things you tend to forget.
Right.
And then that went from little things to bigger things. And next thing you know, she called me one day and she said, and she's crying, and I go, "What's the matter, Mom?" And she said, "Well, I was driving to the bank, and I didn't remember where the bank was. And then I tried to get home and I didn't remember how to get home. And so I go, "Well, where are you now?" And she goes, "Well, I'm at home now." And I said, "That's okay." I said, "Why don't I pick you up? And why don't we go to the hospital?" And she said, "Okay." So the fact that she said okay was like my chance to get in there. So I picked her up, brought her to the QCH, and I said, "My mom's having memory issues, and I would like you to do a test." And so they did. And my mom looked at me and she said, "They're going to take my license away, aren't they?" And I said, "Maybe." Now, my mom didn't know. 2 weeks before that, I had a hunch. So I went out and I went scouring for retirement homes, because I know from doing a little bit of research that it goes from you're here to here real quick. So I found a retirement home. The Barhaven Manor is what it was called. And I went in and I had a look and I said, "Okay, put my name on the wait list, please." Anyways, then my mom gave me the call. We went to the hospital. They did tell me that she had a dementia, the early stages, the early signs. And so that's when the ball started rolling. Now, I think my mom was actually was easier to handle because her mom, my grandmother Doris, she had dementia. And so we'd been through this. So, and my mom had looked after my grandmother. And so then that's when I think she was easier to handle. So that's where it snowballed. It went from there to, okay, we've got to get you into the retirement home. We put her in the retirement home, and then it came to, all right, I went to her doctor with her. Everybody, I actually became her advocate right away, and looked after her home. I managed to get it all organized to sell, and then she put her in the retirement home, and then she had really good care from the retirement home, and then it kind of went from good to bad, and then it got worse. And so that's when I knew that, okay, things are moving along really quick. And it went really quick from my mom. It went from my mom calling me every single hour then I went to see her, and she'd pick up the phone and she'd say, "What is this?" I go, "Well, Mom, that's..." So it went really quickly. Now I called Bruyere Hospital. I called, I think it was called Care For then. I'm not sure, or maybe that's what it's called now. Was relentless. I wanted all the best. I wanted to figure out if there was a pill she could take. I took her to the doctors, her family doctor. And then I got into see Dr. Frank at Bruyere and asked for some guidance and some help and some steps to move forward. So going through it with grandma and then my mom and then my mom passed. But before she passed, my Aunt Mimi, my mom's sister, she was showing a little bit of signs, but not much. And then she ended up getting dementia.
Okay.
So, yes. So I look at this as, oh my goodness, grandma, mom, Aunt Mimi, who's next in line? So I said, no way, Jose,
Right.
no gonna happen. I don't want my daughter to go through what I had to go through.
Right.
I don't want my husband changing my diapers. I don't want any of that. So what did I do? I said, I turned 65 and then all of a sudden the light bulb went off and like the bells and whistles and everything happened. And I said, okay, I got to do something. I got to do something now because I see the writing on the wall. You know, when you look in the side view mirror and it says objects appear closer than they are.
Yeah.
Guess what was in my mirror?
Yeah.
So I called Dr. Bishop, and Dr. Bishop's office is, oh my gosh, they are so wonderful there. And I went in. Oh, and by the way, all three of them had diabetes.
Oh.
Okay.
Right? And they love sugar. Now, then I went to, my doctor told me I had pre-diabetes. So to backtrack a little bit, I went, oh goodness, I have pre-diabetes. I'm on metformin. I'm on blood, high cholesterol pills.
Right.
So I said, this isn't good. This isn't looking good for me. So I went to Dr. Bishop. Dr. Bishop is an amazing man. And he actually, if I can just look up what his actual title is, he's a medical nutritionist, but, and for all his years, he helped people with obesity. However, now he's specializing in metabolic health. So when I went to him, he took blood tests. You know, when you go to a blood test, they do their little checks. Everything was checked. And he looked at me and when I got there and he said, okay, well, we can help you. We can figure this out. So I went on a low carbohydrate, very easy to follow program where I am following and I'm having zero sugar, none, zero. I have like one fruit a day. That was tough because I'm a fruity. And so,
yeah.
And so I have managed in about 10 months, 11 months maybe, to lose 41 pounds. I am no longer a pre-diabetic. I am no longer a type 2 diabetic. I am no longer on metformin and I'm no longer on cholesterol pills. So I've done what they call a reversal of type 2 diabetes, which can only be done by exercise and by your diet and giving up. Now, do I love birthday cake? Oh, yes. But I look in that mirror, guess what I see? Dementia. So guess what? I don't need the cake. I need my life. And that is like when you have a threat, you're motivated to be a little bit better. So I've done all that and I'm very proud of myself. And that's
wonderful.
I also, Bruyere reached out to me, because I do a lot of fundraising for Bruyere because I want them to find a cure for dementia.
Yeah. Right.
So back in 2022, my husband and I did a fundraiser where we raised $46,000 for Bruyere. We did a show called Jesus Christ Superstar. It was only supposed to be a 10-month project, but you know what happened? We had COVID in the middle of that, but we still kept practicing at home. We still kept doing it. I still kept fundraising on the phone, and we ended up raising that much money. So, and so now I'm doing another fundraiser. And so when I reached out to Bruyere to let them know that I'm doing another fundraiser for them. And I told them about what I have been doing with my own story about, changing my lifestyle, basically.
Right.
They invited me and they asked me if I would be their spokesperson for living well and aging boldly. And I said, absolutely. Absolutely, because I really am, and I really want this out there. Everybody knows somebody with dementia. Everybody knows a family member, a cousin, sister, aunt, mom, dad, or a friend. And so it doesn't discriminate anybody.
No.
So I really need this out here, and I need to make sure everybody knows about it. And I also want to be that person that said, look, I'm doing whatever I can to prevent it. They asked me to be a spokesperson. And so I did my first speaking engagement a week and a half ago. It was called Blossoms for Bruyere. And I did a little 3-minute speech. And it was very gratifying for me because I got to share my story, but it hit everybody who was there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, if we can all just reach out to somebody and say, maybe if you know that person, or if it's somebody in your family, start supporting Bruyere for brain research, because Dr. Frank, that genius of a man, and I'm just going to, he's lovely too. He's so sweet. And he has announced that there is you don't mind if I read from here?
No, please.
Alzheimer's treatment that represents a major shift in dementia care. So basically, there's an early stage Alzheimer's test, and it's going to be a blood test. And
Oh, wow.
Detect if you are possibly that person that carries the plaque. And I can't remember the name of the word. Anyway, it's a plaque, and I'm not a doctor or a scientist. I'm just
oh, good.
And this, I want to sign up for it. Sign me up. I want to know if there's a pill that I can take. And then if I do the blood test and it says, okay, you have the plaque and there's a possibility you could get dementia, I want that pill. I want that. So that science is there now. And I think I sent and you have a video of Dr. Frank, and maybe you can post it later for folks to see. But this is like a milestone for people who we can actually help if they do have the plaque.
Right.
There's many questions. I don't have the answers. And I'm not sure where in the process at. But all I know is that we are so close that if you can support Bruyere, then that money supporting Bruyere will help with the research.
Right.
And we can hopefully help folks along the way who are, I want for me, like people like me who could. That's doing everything I can. But also my daughter or other people's kids who are in their 80s.
Oh dear, we have a frozen. Oh, okay.
She froze.
She did.
I'm just looking to see if I can get that video because I don't know whether it is. No.
I did send the link to you.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
To your other email. So hopefully we'll be able to get that up because it was interesting. I listened to it this morning and you can tell the passion in his voice and how important everything is to him. And while we wait for Heather, hopefully to reconnect. So I just think that, Heather, you are a powerhouse and a firecracker.
Absolutely.
And using her experience and being able to completely change your life around is pretty amazing and, inspiring for a lot of people, because, who doesn't get told by their doctor, oh, well, you should probably, lose 20 pounds, or, you need to be more active. But to have something looming like the possibility of dementia, I feel like it would.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
That's okay. That's
no worries.
We were just discussing about what a firecracker you are, and how amazing it is that you take the, advice from the doctor that, you should do this, this, and this. You're pre-diabetic. You're seeing the signs that your mom and your grandmother went through, and your aunt, and you actually changed your life. And, we get told by doctors, oh, you should lose some weight, or you should get some more activity, or, you should do this and this. I know it's been mentioned to me a few times, like, this is what you should be doing. And I've never found the desire, I guess, or the strength.
Maybe motivation, strength.
The motivation, to actually change those things. And I wonder if I had that kind of looming thing that could vastly affect me and everybody around me, would I be able to change like my entire lifestyle?
I bet you would.
I feel like I probably would, but nothing has actually hit me that hard yet that I needed to. And I wish I wish I did. Like, I don't know, not that I had it looming, but I wish that I had the motivation to do it. But I think it's amazing. Now, I was reading your bio that you sent us, and you've always been relatively active in your life, right? I mean, you're a very vibrant person. You are, you've been in film and television, live performance. I believe you were a dancer for a while and teaching dancing. So, I mean, you are a vivacious person, it seems, to begin with. And that probably just helps you with that motivation, with getting and learning of your possible future diagnosis. But I like, hats off to you and to people like you that take that and run with it. Like, the experiences you had with Bruyere, and then you go and raise money for them. I mean, that's not what normal people do. Like, that's what amazing people of society will do. And yes, there is a, in the background, you're like, okay, what I do now might help me in 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, but you're also doing it.
Well, I'm a person. This and so I just turned. Can you hear me okay?
It's a little in and out, that's all.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Actually, that is better.
Yeah, that is a little better.
All right, I'm just gonna hold my phone. I'm so sorry. So I'm I think having the thought of saying you're going to do something and then do something about it. I don't know if that's normal or whatever, but I'm that person, and I'm all or nothing. And I'm also, I jump in with both feet, and then I get out of my way. I'm like bull in a china shop because I feel strongly about this. And I guess you have to really feel strongly about something. And I also, I've always had those 20 extra pounds or those 30 extra pounds or whatever. I do yoga. I walk every day. I go and I do, cardio strength classes or whatever. And I'm a retired Zumba instructor, and I'm a dance teacher and all, but I've always carried extra weight. And I always used to say it was in my genes. But you know what else is in my genes that I don't know, but dementia could be.
Right.
Yeah.
Have that looming was enough to put me over, and I want
Okay. I really want to know what she wants.
Oh, there we go. We can hear you anyway.
Okay, can you see me now?
No.
I can see you guys. Oh boy. Can you see me?
Nope.
No.
Oh, I knew we should have did a test drive.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay. It's all good.
So,
just go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I lost my train.
You were talking about basically being a powerhouse with that looming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to go do it.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm raising money, is because I don't want anybody else to have that threat in their back. Like my daughter, I don't want her to have that. I don't know if it's looming in the back of her head, but it's looming in the back of my head. Right. So, yeah.
So what is, as a spokesperson for Living Well, Aging Boldly, what's your role? What are you doing? Are you inspiring? Are you going out and doing talks? Are you doing just fundraising? Like what is your role in that?
Well, my role, as I see it now, is going and doing speaking engagements at different events.
Okay.
And just telling my story and just saying, you know what, like I'm telling you guys, I'm just out here. I'm just an average everyday Joe. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm just doing what the doctor said to do to help prevent anything in my future. Right. And so I believe it's very new that I've just been asked, by the way, to be the spokesperson. So you're my first gig. Well, my second gig, actually. My first gig was Blossoms for Bruyere a couple of Thursdays ago. Yeah.
And your history of acting and being in front of a camera definitely helps in this sort of thing, because you are very engaging on camera, and your ease at talking, and the fact that you've experienced it yourself, makes a huge difference. And I think it's awesome that you're doing this and taking that energy and spreading it around. And, maybe that will help people get up and, maybe not cut out sugar completely, but, be more aware of these things. And the more we can get that information out to people, the more knowledge we all have, and maybe we can make those better choices that affect our lives and those around us. So,
right.
Yeah.
Up sugar is my choice, because there are, everything in moderation. And I don't want to scare people. Oh my gosh, there's sugar and everything. And why do you give up sugar and blah? I've also heard don't lose any more weight. And I've also heard all kinds of things. And oh my gosh. And I went, it's my health. So I am an all or nothing person. And it doesn't have to be that way. You can have, a piece of cake once a week, but then for the next 3 weeks or 3 days in a row or whatever, you just don't have any sugar. I monitor my sugar. So now that I'm no longer a diabetic, I have like a Libra 3 on my arm to monitor my sugar, and this is going to be my last 6 days with it, because I don't need to, because I know what works, and I know, right? So but you can, everything in moderation, and you don't need to like totally give up sugar, but I do. And the reason I do is because give an inch, take them, you know that saying.
And some people can't do that. Some people, like you said you're an all or nothing. My husband is very much like that. Like he does not he'll snack later at night, and he hates that he does it, but he just wants a snack. So, I generally don't buy that kind of stuff unless we're planning a party, because it's hard on him. So why am I going to tempt him? I'm okay with it. I'm generally one of those people that if I would like something, like when it comes to food cravings and stuff, I'm more of like, okay, if I crave it for a few days, then I might get something and indulge a little bit of it, but I'll take half a chocolate bar and I'm like, okay, now I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
But it is hard for those that are all or nothing. Now you can also change the world when you have that all or nothing kind of attitude. But it's also exhausting.
Yes. So, and tell your husband, try this.
Okay.
After his last snack, make his last snack 7:30.
Okay.
7:30, have that snack. Then tell him not to eat again till after 7:30 the next morning, or 8 o'clock the next morning. Do 12 hours.
Okay.
And then that will give his body enough time to, get it out of his system, but make it time that he cannot have a snack anymore.
Right.
And then wait 12 hours till he eats the next morning. Give it a shot.
Okay. I will suggest that to him and see what he says.
Yeah. Very cool.
So am I still not on camera?
Yeah, no, we don't see you, but we can hear you fine. So
okay.
So I do have a question. You were very proactive when your mother got her diagnosis, and she seemed to have been very proactive. So was she, like, how did you guys overcome the initial diagnosis? Because there's a lot of people out there that don't believe it, or who have no experience with it. Now, you said she was pretty understanding, but what was that like for her? Like, did you guys talk about how she was feeling when she got the diagnosis?
Yes. So I think when she got the diagnosis, it was kind of like, she knew, and now now it's been validated.
Yeah.
And so because she went through it with her mother.
Right.
And my mom used to go to Florida every year for this winter. And she kept saying to me over the last couple of times, this might be my last time. This might be my last time. And I said, well, Mom, let's just figure that out closer to the time when it's going to be your last time. I said, let's never say never. That's right. And then then when it was her last time, she went for one more visit to say goodbye to all her friends and whatever. And what I didn't know was that her friends had been covering for her. Now, they did it out of love. They didn't do it out of whatever, but they were always there checking in on her and whatever. And I only found that out when they all showed up to the funeral. Yeah. So if and that was, by that time I was grateful that they did that.
Right.
But they could have just told me maybe, and then I would have been able to, be a little bit more, proactive. But I got proactive as soon as we got the diagnosis. That was it. I took full control. I go, Mom, I'm going to work it all out for you. You don't have to worry about a thing. She was a worrywart. And so when there was, she worried about everything. So I said, I'm taking on all of your worry. Don't you worry about a thing. I found her a new place. And I said, and then I sold her house and, looked after all her everything so that, and then she kept asking me, well, when am I going home? And I'd say, oh, in a couple of weeks, because what I learned is telling her the truth was very hard for her at one point. At a certain point in dementia, I would say, well, this is your home. Well, no, I don't want to live here. And then she'd get all anxious and whatever. So I would,
because she's living
everything. I learned a lot about how to deal with her. And so whatever she asked or whatever she said, I would agree with her. And then yes, okay, I'm on it right now. I'll do it right away. And then, or she'd call me and she'd say, is this my phone number? And then she'd recite my phone number. And I go, yes, it is, Mom. And she goes, oh, okay, thanks. Bye. Click, hang up. And so I learned how to deal with her anxiety and her worrying by disagreeing, because I felt terrible because I was basically lying to my mom, but I didn't.
But it's not.
But it's not, because
it's not lying.
And then she got nonverbal. And when she became nonverbal, and then she couldn't smile, and she wouldn't reach out. It's like she forgot to how to swallow, and she'd be coughing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was just
hard.
It's not a fun experience, and I don't want my daughter to go through that with me. So that's why I'm doing this, girls.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now you have a fundraiser coming up.
I do. It's called
the link,
Music for Memory. The
link is below for everybody. So
right.
You can go and grab some tickets while you can.
Right. And the proceeds for the ticket sales are what's going to Bruyere.
Okay.
So even if you can't go, buy 10 tickets. Even if you can't go, buy 5 tickets, whatever it is.
Right.
But I really would like everybody to go. And I would really like people to come just because, it's for a good cause. And it's going to be a fun night because of all things, my mom loved to dance. So we have
beautiful.
We have 3 bands. We my husband's a musician, so I get access to some great musicians. Wonderful. And so I have 3 great bands. We're going to have complimentary Lone Star snacks. And, right. And we're going to do a bunch of door prizes, and we're going to do spot dances, because who does spot dances anymore? Nobody, but we are.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so tickets are $30, available on Eventbrite at bruyere.org/music.
Okay.
And June 6th, it's an early start. Come for supper. 6:00.
Right.
The doors open. The first band starts at 7, and it's all over by 11. Because, we're not getting any younger, and staying up past 1:00 or staying up past 9:00 is, woo.
It's so true. Who wants to go out past midnight?
Right? So we start early. We're starting early.
Yeah, start early and end early.
That sounds amazingly fun.
It will.
Do that.
Yeah.
A great time.
Right. Oh, that's wonderful.
And the folks from Bruyere there, and there's also going to be some folks from Dr. Bishop's office that are coming. Okay. And a few of my yoga friends are coming.
Awesome.
And, so I'm really trying to encourage people to show up, spend $30 on a ticket, and have some fun and dance.
Absolutely.
And eat chips and salsa from Lone Star.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. Lone Star.
Perfect.
That's right.
Oh, yes. And we're going to have a lot of really great music. We're going to cover all the decades: 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, country, rock, disco. We're going to cover it all.
Excellent.
That sounds very fun. And those events are great because it brings awareness, it brings much needed funds, but you also get so much out of it as well.
Absolutely.
And awareness.
And lots of awareness.
Exactly. That's wonderful. Well, we want to thank you so much for coming, Heather. And it's been great listening to your story and telling us about all the initiatives that you've been putting forward. And I'm sure there'll be lots more to come. So, stay tuned to the Elizabeth Bruyere stuff to find out what they're doing, and to Heather, and find out what she's doing, because she's doing all this amazing stuff.
That's right.
So
well,
thank you so
very much, ladies. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wishing you tons of luck with all of that. And I hope the show goes really well. I'm sure it will. Lots of people interested, I'm sure. So
thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you all for joining us today for Compassionate Chats. And we hope to see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.